Volume of rectangular prisms. The volume of a rectangular prism is the product of its length, width, and height. So the volume formula is length times width times height, with L being length, W being width, H being height, and V being the volume. So what does that look like visually? So we've got our length, our width, which sometimes we call depth, and then our height. Prisms are 3D figures with two parallel bases that are congruent polygons. So we can see that here in this image, the front and the back are examples. So what's a cube specifically? Well, it's a special rectangular prism because all three dimensions are equal. So let's look at an example. Say I'm given a length of 8 inches, a width of 3¼ inches, and a height of 12½ inches. Well, I set up my volume formula. Volume is equal to length times width times height. Plug in the parts that I know, so we have 8 times 3¼ times 12½. And then I can either just multiply across and then simplify, or simplify first and then multiply across, or use the calculator. I'm going to go ahead and do this by hand. So I can go ahead and take a 4 out there, and that leaves me with 2 from 8 and nothing left from here. And this is after I've let me show this step here. After I've made this into an improper fraction, 13/4. And this would be 25/2. So again, I can take that 4 and that 8 out, and I'm left with 2 times 13 and 25/2. And there we go. We have a 2 in the denominator, 2 in the numerator. And so I'm left with 13 times 25, which leaves me with a volume of 325. And we want to make sure we remember our units, inches cubed. And so that's our volume. There's our volume formula, our key idea, key concept. And that is the volume of rectangular prisms.